Okay, so today going to learn on the planning and scheduling, which is cover the principles of planning and scheduling, the techniques, work breakdown structure, WBS, successor predecessor relationship, ADM, aerodiagram method, and precedence diagram method, PDM, CPM, which is the critical path method, Gantt chart, and S-curve. In the planning and scheduling, we are going to focus on the integration, which is on the cost, quality, and time. All right. So in principle, if you have no plan, you have no control. That is by definition. So you need to plan. So which one comes first? The planning or the scheduling? So first you need to plan, then you schedule your planning. Okay. So the planning is in project planning, it is a process of identifying all the activities necessary to successfully complete the project. So first, senaraikan, tentukan apakah aktiviti yang diperlukan dalam projek. So that is for planning. First, list down all the activities, identify all the activities. And then second, provide map to guide where to go and focus on how to get there. Okay, lepas tu buat peta, and then after that plan in early stage of project life cycle or even before site activity start. So list down all, identify all the activities, list down, do the map and plan. When do you need to plan? Before you start the project. Okay, plan, schedule, then start the project. Okay, so planning is done before you run the project. So in planning the project, you have the performance goal, which is based on time and cost. Okay, so what is the time taken for the project to finish and at what cost? Okay, and then define the project and identify the team or resources who are going to do the work, the activities that you had identified, and then develop the WBS, the work breakdown structure. Importance of planning is to reduce mistakes and reworks. So when we plan, we're not going to make less mistake. And when we make less mistake, we do less rework. Okay. Avoid wastage, minimize unnecessary work in terms of time and cost, provide better quality control, offer effective project control, progress control, and delivers an effective resource usage. Okay, because you plan it, so you know what materials to use and what machines that you need to use. In project scheduling, it is a process. Okay, first you have the planning. After the planning, you're going to do the scheduling. Okay, so scheduling, planning, you need to list all the activities, do the roadmap, and then plan. All right. And scheduling is actually the process of determining the sequential order of the planned activities. So you have the planned activities, and then you need to arrange it accordingly. Okay. Assign realistic durations to each activity and determine the start and finish dates for each activities. This is scheduling. Okay, it can be used to manage, coordinate, control, and report. And depending on the sophistication of the user, the schedule can take different forms. All right. So first, in the planning, you have identified all the activities, right? So you need to arrange the sequence of the activities. Turutan dia macam mana. What need to be done first, second, third, and lastly, what is the activity need to be done. And then assign people who going to do activities that you had arranged. Okay. Schedule the resources and schedule deliverables. All right. And the purpose of project scheduling is to actually claim progress. Okay, usually contractor will submit percentage of progress for claim. Okay, and then for project time and cost control, to allocate project resources more efficiently. Okay, when you have list down all the activities, you will know how many workers that you need to have at that time. Okay, every day, because sometimes you had 2 or 3 activities done at one day. So you maybe need a few gangs and you need more workers. Okay, so you have, you will know how many resources that you need to have. As a monitoring tool, material delivery at site, storage, all material cannot put in the site confined space. Okay, for example, I have a company. Okay, I have a company. So I have storage. Okay, this is my company. So my company, I have maybe 3 projects. And then I have my own machineries and equipment. Okay. For example, my storage, store saya lah, store untuk syarikat for machineries and equipment is in Skudai. This project will actually use machines and materials that required, okay, mana yang dia orang perlulah maksudnya. Okay, for example, project 1 in Batu Pahat. Project 1 borrow from my store 3 crane, for example, okay, 3 crane, okay. And then they will not pile up everything. All the machines semua bukannya dia ambil letak dekat project 1, no. They will borrow and then after they finish their work, they will return back to the storage, okay. So we can actually manage our materials, equipments by doing planning, okay. And then others, maybe after that, after project 1 return, project 2 will borrow. Dia akan pinjam crane dia for 1 month, for example, and then return back. So that will happen. Sama juga mesin-mesin lain pun. Others machine also, for example, piling rigs, nak buat jalan, apa, compactor, for example. Alright. So I have one big storage store to actually store my machines and equipments. Alright. And then I have 3 projects. The project will borrow machineries or equipment that they need at that time to run their activities. So we can manage spaces for storage, avoid delay of work and activities because we have arranged it sequentially. Kita dah tahu dah next what we need to do, next what we need to do, tomorrow what we need to do. So for example, tomorrow is concreting. We already plan tomorrow is concreting so that we make sure tomorrow the concrete will come, will arrive, and then we had order the concrete, boleh buat concreting. Bukannya esok, bila tiba masa esok, baru nak order concrete. Mana boleh concrete tak sampai kan, hari yang nak dibuat tu tak ada kerja. Okay. Minimize the cash flow as minimum as possible, such as order material stage by stage depend on the work needed, and control human resources and machinery. Alright, to improve the efficiency of the operation through the efficient use of resources and cost control. Okay, not only machineries and equipment, but also the resources such as number of labor, number of workers. Because on the preliminary stage, for example, we do not need, we only have 1 gang. Kita ada 1 gang je kerja kita. So maybe we need only a few people. And after that, we increase the number of labor because after we run a few activities, ada certain activities that will be run 3 activities at 1 day. 3 activities serentak kita jalan. And then we increase the number of resources, the number of labor. So what is the desired results of planning and scheduling? Of course, we want to finish our project on time. Kita nak siap project kita on time. Continuous flow of work, no interruption and no delays. Maksudnya datang kerja tu, pekerja kita every day, our workers have work to do, have activities of work to do. We had list down all the activities, even we list down until the project finish. So semua dah tahu dah apa nak buat sampai kerja siap. Okay, every day kita dah tahu bila. So no delays. Tak adalah nanti bila masuk kerja, oh barang tak ada, baru nak order. Okay, barang tak ada, simen tak ada, konkrit tak ada, semua tak ada. Pekerja datang relax je. Okay. And then reduce amount of rework because we had plan and we had plan and schedule. Kita dah ada jadual kita. We will do less mistake and we will do less rework. Okay. Because will be less amount of changes. Okay, minimize confusion and misunderstandings. Okay, because we had already have the plan, and engineers, the project manager understand it and will supervise the labor how to do the work. All right. Increased knowledge of status of project by everyone. Meaningful and timely reports to the management. You run the project instead of the project running you. When is the project running you? Bila perkara ni berlaku? The project running you when your project is delay. Kan berkejar-kejaran nak siapkan project tu. So you run the project. Alright. Knowledge of schedule times of key parts of the project. Knowledge of the distribution of cost of the project. Accountability of people, define responsibility, authorities. Because you have list all the activities. So you put these people settle these activities and this group of workers settle these activities. Okay, so you actually define everyone's work. So they have their own responsibility to do. Clear understanding of who does what, when, and how much, right? Integration of work to ensure a quality project for the owner. What are differences between planning and scheduling? So planning is first step to project scheduling. You do plan, okay? Sebab plan, dia identify the activities, okay? Plan. After you identify the activities, you do the mapping and you have this planning. Kita dah ada apa nak buat. Then you do the scheduling. Okay. Scheduling will arrange the activities that you identify in the planning. Kita dah identify, scheduling will arrange accordingly all the activities. So planning is first step of project scheduling, and planning is more difficult to accomplish than scheduling. Sebab kita nak plan ni, nak macam mana kita nak plan. Okay, apa aktiviti yang kita nak senaraikan. So planning is more difficult. But after you get the activities, then you just arrange. That is scheduling. Tapi nak dapatkan aktiviti tu, we need to make sure that not even one activity left. Kita kena pastikan semua aktiviti kita senaraikan, tak ada satu pun tinggal, supaya bila dah kita plan tu, tiba-tiba ada lagi benda kita tak buat, kita miss. Okay, so need to make sure that all activities have been identified in the planning process. Planning and scheduling terms often use synonym. Kenapa? Why? Because we confuse. We thought that planning and scheduling is same, but actually planning and scheduling is different. Planning is done first before scheduling. Okay, and the tools used for planning and scheduling also different, because planning and scheduling is different, right? So in planning, we identify the activities. Okay, so in task 1, task 2, what is the activities? Task 3, what is the activities? Task 4, what is the activities? And then we do the mapping based on time. Principles of planning and scheduling. Begin planning before starting work. Okay, so we need to do planning before we starting our work rather than after starting work. Because if we do planning after starting work, then we will increase the mistake and we will increase the rework. Dah salah baru nak buat, kan? So involve people who will actually do the work in the planning and scheduling process, because these people actually will involve with the project. Okay, and includes all aspects of the project, which is the scope, the budget, the schedule, and the quality. And build flexible into the plan, include allowance for changes and time for the reviews and approval. So because this is the only plan, orang kata apa, kita merancang tapi Tuhan yang menentukan, right? So that's why we need to put some allowance for the changes and time for reviews and approval, because to make sure that our plan is perfect. Okay, remember the schedule is the plan for doing work, and it will never be precisely correct, but we're trying to do as best as we can. Okay, that's why we do not have this precisely correct. That's why we need the allowance for changes. We try to do as perfect as it is, but that's why we need to have backup. Kita kena ada backup lah kalau ada perubahan dan sebagainya. That's why we need to have this flexibility. Keep the plan simple. Eliminate irrelevant details that prevent the plans from being readable. Jangan complicated sangat. Kalau complicated, susah nak baca, susah nak buat, nak run. As simple as possible, easily understood by all. Alright? Communicate the plan to all parties and plan it worth less unless it is known. Okay? Remember VE, value engineering, kita plan. Okay. Involve all experts, kan? When 2 heads is better than 1, 3 heads is better than 2, right? When we involve many people and we communicate with all the parties, we will get the best plan. Previously, the plan is more on the cost, weight and time, okay? Usually cost, but actually it should be all elements, which is cost, resources, scope, quality and time should be in equilibrium. The critical components in the project, the cost, resources, scope, quality and time should be in the equilibrium stage. Okay, bukannya cost saja ataupun time saja, tapi everything including the resources, scope and quality. Okay, step in planning and scheduling, we have a scope management, which is define the scope and get the WBS. So here is the planning. We define the scope and create the WBS is the planning stage. And after that, time and resource management, where you will order the activity in sequencing. Activity planning, activity resource planning. Okay, who will do the activity? Activity duration estimation, and you have the schedule development. So in this process, this is actually scheduling. And after you develop the schedule, and then you go for cost budgeting and cost estimation in cost management. Okay, for cost management, what you do is estimating. So this is actually the steps in planning and scheduling. First, you need to develop WBS and prepare a drawing network. This is the network of WBS. So you identify the WBS and do the network. And then determine the time, cost and resources required. And after that, compute the schedule to determine the start, finish and float times. Okay, there are several methods. Later we will learn this. And after that, analyze cost and resources for the project. And lastly, communicate the results of the plan and schedule. All right. So we're going to learn this step by step after this. So WBS, 6 steps just now, right? So this is our first step, which is to identify the tasks and activities that must be performed. So it divides the project into identifiable parts that can be managed. And the concept of WBS is, in order to manage a whole project, one must manage and control each of the parts. Okay, so you have this one project. Okay, you have this one big project, and you have part 1, part 2, part 3, for example. So under part 1, you have certain tasks to do. Under part 2, you have certain tasks to do. Part 3 also certain tasks to do. So in order to manage the project, you need also to control part 1, part 2, and part 3. So this is concept of WBS. And it defines the work to be performed, the need of experts, assist in selection of project team, and establish a base of project scheduling and control. So WBS is actually display a graphical or outline method that shows the division of work in multi-level system. And we should consider in developing WBS activities that require time, activities that require cost, activities that need to be arranged, activities that need to be monitored, And this is the graphical WBS, okay, the structural. Okay, for example, you have to do construction of one block office building. This is your project title, which is construction of one block office building. Okay, so under this, we have 5 parts, which is project start, preliminaries, block A, testing and commissioning, and project complete. Okay, parts. This is example yang saya cakap tadi. Here, because you want to manage each of its parts. Okay, you have project, you have parts 1, part 2, part 3. Okay, so here the work is under 3, 4, 5 parts. Okay, which is project start, preliminaries, block A, testing, commissioning, and project complete. And under preliminaries, you have 2 activities, which is performance bond, establish and removal of site office. Okay, and under block A, you have earthwork, substructure, architecture work, and M&E work, which is activity under project A. This is the WBS, which divide the activities into level. Okay, the project is level 1. Project title ni, project apa kita nak buat ni level 1. And then the parts, 5 parts is the level 2. And activities below it, level 3, kemudian kita ada level 4. This is the outline, the list. Okay, yang ni tadi our start. This is the project title, construction of one office building. So this will become our 1, nombor 1 kita. Okay, and then kita ada 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and 1.5. 5 parts of our project. Parts dia tadi tu. Okay, under preliminaries, we're going to have 2 more activities, which is 1.2.1, because it is under 1.2 preliminaries, which is performance bond. Performance bond is actually approval for the contractor to for the location, site location, kelulusan tanah. Okay, performance bond. So when we got the approval of the site location, then the construction can be run. Okay, activities lain tu boleh buat. So first, preliminaries, we need to make sure the performance bond settle, barulah bila dah dapat kelulusan baru boleh buat kerja. And then after that, 2.2 is establish and removal of site office. And under part 3, block A, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 activities. Okay, so this one is 1.3.1. 1.3.2. 1.3.3. Okay, this is work under block A, 1.3. We have 4 activities. Macam tu. So you can list down. Nanti dalam Microsoft project, kena buat macam ni lah. Okay, dia akan list down. Okay, tak macam tu, like this. Okay, so this one is level 1. Tajuk dia tadi ni 1.0 is level 1. This is level 1. This is level 2. This is level 3. Ni level 3. Ni level 2. This is level 3. Okay, under level 3, dia ada lagi bawah dia, 1.2.1 structure work is divided into 4 more activities, which is the foundation, ground level, floor level, second level. So this will become level 4. Ini level 4 ni. Okay. Because it's dipecah lagi. Level 1, 2, 3, ada lagi pecah lagi level 4. Beranak lagi. Mak, anak, cucu, cicit. Level 4, cicit. This is level 3, yang ni level 3. Okay, level 4 tengok. Kalau senang je kalau nak tahu level berapa, dia ada 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pecah dia ni, 4 sampai kan. 1.2.2.1. So this is level 4. Kalau ada lagi, pecah lagi 1.2, 0.2, 0.1, 0.1. Bawah floor ni ada lagi contohnya. Then it will become level 5. Okay, kalau ada pecah lagi. So ni adalah level 4. This one is level 3. This one is level 4. This one is level 2, 1.3. So kita ada 1.0, 1.2, 1.3. So 3 parts. Okay, external works, which is level 2. And then this one is level 3. Alright. So macam tu juga. So this is level 1, level 2, and this one is level 3. Okay. Level 3. Unless if below this we have another activity, then it will become level 4. Okay. Kalau ada lagi bawah, earthwork ke structure, okay, structure ada lagi kerja contohnya, then it will become level 4. But here only level 3. So this one is level 1. So this is level 2. This is level 2. This is level 2. Yang ni level 2 ya. So this is level 3. Yang ni pun level 3. So the importance of WBS is overall program can be explained in summary according to each sub-element divided. Each sub-element. So we have this project, construction of one block office building, and we have these parts, 5 parts, and under parts number 2 and number 3 have another activities, level 3. Okay. So planning could be well executed. Cost and budget could be estimated more accurately. Time, cost and performance of each element could be monitored easily for time to time. Objective could be related directly to the available resources in the company. Network diagram and control planning could be prepared in early stage, and responsibilities for each parties involved in every element could be identified and assigned because we have listed down all the activities. Okay, we know the activities already. Kalau kita tak list down, we do not know what we're going to do, how we want to assign the resources. Okay, for example, our project is to propose construction and completion of a double-story bungalow house and related works for Datuk Kamal Jaafar. Okay, Datuk Kamal hire kita untuk buat planning and scheduling for construction and completion of double-story bungalow, rumah bungalow 2 tingkat, dan kerja-kerja yang berkaitan lah. So we need to do a preliminary graphical work breakdown structure WBS up to level 4 for the project given. So you need to first identify all the activities needed. Aktiviti dia apa yang kita nak buat. Okay, untuk buat bungalow 2 tingkat ni. Okay, so this is the proposed level 1, tajuk dia, kerja dia. The job is proposed construction and completion of a double-story bungalow house and related works. Okay, so level 2 kita ada 3 parts, which is preliminary works, bungalow works, and external works. Okay, under the preliminary works is performance bond and progress report. Under building work, we have structure, architecture, and M&E. So this is actually level 1. And this is actually level 2. Okay, projek ni dibahagikan kepada 3 bahagian, 3 parts. Okay, and then this is level 3. Yang ni level 3. Okay, this is level 3. Okay, level 3. And here, okay, level 3 under preliminary works is performance bond and progress report. Under building work, structure, architecture, and M&E. Under external work is sewerage, road and drainage, and landscape. And we have another level 4. It's under the building work, which is under structure, we have foundation, ground level, first floor level, and second floor level. Under architecture, we have wall, floor, roof, fitting. and under M&E is wiring and fitting installation. This is level 4 job. Okay, activities. Alright. So if you want to list down, it will become like this. Okay, mula-mula kerja pertama dia adalah preliminary works. Bawah dia ada 1.1.2 performance bond and progress, and under building work you have structure 1.2.1, architecture 1.2.2, and M&E 1.2.3. This one will be 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. So under 1.2 we have 1.2.1, 1.2.2, and this one is 1.2.3. So under 1.2.1 we have 1.2.1.1, 1.2.1.2. So this is 1.2.1.3. 1.2.1.4. So this is level 4. Ini level 4. So this one is going 1.1.1. This will be 1.1.2. So 2 activities under preliminary work, which is 1.1. And then 4 activities under structure, which is 1.2.1. So here 1.2.2 is architecture. So under architecture we have 1.2.2.1. So here is 1.2.2.2. Here roof 1.2.2.3. Okay, and fitting 1.2.2.4. Okay, that's why we arrange it here. 1.2.2.4. Susun balik. This is outline method. And this is graphical method. So under M&E will be 1.2.3.1 and 1.2.3.2. So here external work we have 1.3. This is second level, which is 1.3.1, 1.3.2, and 1.3.3. That's the and we can arrange to outline method. I want you to develop a WBS for a camping trip this weekend. Contohnya weekend ni nak pergi buat camping. So how do you want to develop the WBS? So first is level 1 is the camping trip. Okay, kita buat dalam bentuk graphical. So this will be our project. Kita nak pergi camping, for example. Okay, what is the sub? Apa kita nak buat mula-mula kalau nak pergi camping? What we need to do? Get equipment and select site location. Dah tahu tempat, ada barang, we do the packing, right? Kita pack barang-barang kita. Lepas pack, apa nak buat? Build the tent, right? Set up the tent. So this is the activity. In planning and scheduling, in WBS, kita kena identify the activity. So this is what we doing right now. We identify the activities. Activities saja. And WBS, we need to rearrange, right? Mana dulu? What activities that we need to set first? So this is our 1.0. This one will be our 1.1. Buat site dulu. Lepas site, the equipment 1.2. Lepas tu pack barang 1.3. And last kali kita set up kita punya tent. Dah sampai location, kita set up kita punya tent. Rent. Sewa. Transportation. That is the activity also. Rent, transportation. Okay. Rent, transportation. So, sebab ramai kan nak pergi, kita sewa bus contohnya. So, this one will become 1.4 and set up tents will become 1.5. So, we have 5 sub-activities. Okay, parts. 5 parts. And what is the activities under equipment? Maybe we make list, senaraikan equipment tu, locate nak beli kat mana. Kita senaraikan, kita locate resources. Kita nak beli kat mana, Shopee ke, dekat kedai ke, and then baru kita beli. This is activity under equipment. Site banyak kan, macam mana kita nak select site? Through kita search internet, kita buat research. Okay, and then daripada mana kita tahu location tu? Daripada kawan-kawan ke, daripada friends. Okay, and then kita buat dia punya reservation. Just to show you that WBS is the list of activities that we plan to do, need to do to go for the camping. Inilah senarai aktiviti yang kita perlu buat. Okay. So macam contohnya set up tent pun kita kena unpack, set up tent. Okay. Jadi that is the list activity. So we have how many levels here? This is level 1. And this is level 2. And this is level 3. Sampai sini, ni level 3 buat research. And yang reservation ni, lepas kita jumpa kawan, kita buat reservation is level 4. So this is how it's work for WBS, okay? Actually, the scheduling techniques is very depends on the project size, complexity of the project, duration of the project, the personnel, the owner requirements, and two general methods commonly used is bar chart or Gantt chart and critical path method CPM. Okay, yang ni yang kita akan belajar hari ni sampai Gantt chart dulu. So today we're going to learn on the techniques for scheduling, which is Gantt chart and S-curve, which cover physical and financial S-curve. So physical ni dia ada S-curve for the workday, resources or progress work. Financial is for the cost of the project. And then next week we're going to learn on the critical path method, which is consist of ADM, aerodiagram method, and also PDM, precedence diagram method. Gantt chart developed by Henry L. Gantt. Okay. Selalunya bila kita cipta sesuatu yang baru, kita yang cipta, benda tu akan diletak nama kita. So macam ni, baca ni, Gantt chart ni sempena nama dia yang reka, Henry L. Gantt. Kita dekat UTHM, kita ada seorang yang menang Nobel Prize, International Nobel Prize lah. Datin Mariyati, Profesor Datin Mariyati. Our former MC, Datuk Noh Dalimin, isteri dia. Okay, macam mana dia boleh dapat the Nobel Prize? Dia discover a new species of ant, semut. Ada 3 ekor kot semut yang dijumpa, spesies yang baru in the world. Semut apa dia ajar subjek nature dan dia selalu masuk hutan. And then dia discover 3 ekor ni semut baru masuk dalam apa ni, rekod lah. And the name of the ants, dia ada scientific name lah, tapi ada nama dia, Mariatis apa entah nama semut, scientific nama semut apa, dia ada nama dia. So you all nanti kalau you all dapat discover new species ke, ataupun you develop new equation ke, new formulas, benda-benda yang boleh give contribution to the knowledge, you can put your name. Contoh macam saya, Yasmin's equation, hukum Boyle's law tu dah jadi Yasmin's law, contoh ni lah. Okay. So it's actually a graphical time scale of the schedule. The length represent the duration of the activity. Okay, yang ni biasanya, okay, x-axis is the length of represent the duration. Okay, x-axis ni number of days. Kalau kat sini days, so this is the duration. And the y-axis is on the activities. Disenaraikan activities. Okay, this is y-axis. This is x-axis. Okay, macam mana nak baca ni? Okay, tengok dekat sini. Ini adalah bilangan hari, number of days. 2, 4, 6 sampai 18 days. So total days duration of the project is 18 days. And the activities is street forms, place concrete, place rebar, form footing and excavate. So for example here, excavate is done on the starting of the project until 4th day, hari keempat. Macam tu baca dia. So the activity is done for 4 days. Okay. And after that, form work, form footings daripada hari yang ke second day until 8th day. Okay, means that this is the length of the activity. Okay, kita boleh daripada sini kita tengok on the second day, we do the form footings until days number 8. Right. And then after that, place rebar from day number 6 to 10. Okay. Accordingly, after that means that here, dekat sini, ada 2 activities run simultaneously at the same day. Hari ke-6, 6, 7, 8, we have 2 activities run together. Okay. So, hari ke-8, we start doing placing concrete. Okay. Hari ke-8, placing concrete sekali dengan placing rebar. So, we need to have 2 gangs, 2 kumpulan kerja. So, kumpulan satu buat form footing, another group buat, another gangs buat placing rebar. Hari yang ke-8, 9, 10, kumpulan 2 ni buat rebar, lagi satu group buat placing concrete. Okay. So, after the 12th day, hari yang ke-12, dia berhenti buat placing concrete, stop for placing concrete. Kita buat street forms dulu. Okay, buat street forms. Hari ke-14, sambung balik buat placing concrete. Lepas tu hari ke-16, dah siap placing concrete, sambung balik buat street forms. The advantages and disadvantages of the Gantt chart is easy to interpret advantage dia. And simplicity and ease of preparation and understanding. Sebab simple graph. Okay, daripada sini, kita boleh baca the workflow of the activities of the project. No theories or complicated calculation involved. So easy for general comprehension. Previously, when I start work in year 2000, waktu tu saya baru habis, baru graduate, we do not have any Microsoft project. Kita tak ada lagi Microsoft project waktu tu. Mostly contractors do the Gantt chart guna logbook. Kita tampal-tampal bagi besar and then kita buat dia punya Gantt chart. Lukis. And the site supervisor at that time, yang saya kerja tu, dia tak tahu membaca pun. Chinese man, but a very many years experience inside. Dekat site tu dah banyak tahun experience lah. And then dia boleh tengok je pergi dekat site tu, dia tengok, oh this one not level, this one tak tu. By looking at it. Okay. So that's why bila kita keluar sebagai engineer, selalu bila nak apply kerja, dia orang nak experience. Dia tanya ada experience ke tak kan. Because engineers, you only actually use about 10% theories that you learn here in universities. Others is gained through your experience. Sebab each site is unique. They have different characteristic. Walaupun project tu sama, contoh for example, you're going to develop office for example, but in different location. Yang sama kita kat Malaysia apa, balai polis. But at different places, the project will become unique because you actually facing different location, different type of soil, different workers, different problems, even though same design. Okay. And then time scale, the length of the bar representing certain activity in proportion of the duration of the activity at the x-axis. Appeal to person who do not have a technical background. Jadi siapa-siapa pun boleh baca dan can understand the chart. Widespread use in industry. Previously, kita memang guna Gantt chart. Even sekarang pun masih lagi pakai Gantt chart, which is they use Excel. Okay, for small scale project lah. Only for small scale project. Yang lain semua dah pakai Microsoft project. Even the big project yang biasanya konsultan daripada luar lah, dia orang guna Primavera. Primavera more complicated and details. Okay. Malaysia banyak guna Microsoft Project. Previously in UTHM 2013. At that time we use Primavera to teach student. Waktu tu that is at that time Primavera is a new software. So we thought that we give knowledge to the student on the new software. And after we run a survey, we found out that most of the student yang dah kerja lah, when they are working, they do not use Primavera. Sebab kontraktor guna Microsoft Project. So we actually daripada Microsoft Project kita ajar Primavera and then kita switch balik ajar Microsoft Project semula. Okay, sebab student can be used during working. Student memang guna waktu kerja. Okay, and then mostly used in small project, fairly broad planning and scheduling tools. So they require less revision and updating than most sophisticated system. However, the disadvantages is difficult to update. Okay, kalau dia dah complicated, banyak activities, it's very lagi susah lah. Because you had actually did this. Kita dah lukis, dah dia punya baca apa semua, macam mana kita nak update? Susah kan? And then very circumscribed as the number of line activities or is increases. So if we have if we have 100 activities, jenuh kita nak tulis dia punya baca tu kan sampai 100. Okay, does not integrate cost of resources with the schedule and limited application for details construction work and difficult to use it for forecasting the effects that changes in particular activity will have on the overall schedule. Because based on our project, okay, based on project kita tu, we will do forecasting for other projects. So kita boleh estimate untuk other projects. This is the Gantt chart which we have the number for activities. For example, here we have 12 activities. The description of the activities, mobilization, foundation, excavation, revision stage, foundation grouting, dam concrete, sampailah clean up. Alright. So the x-axis is usually for time. This one for time. And the y-axis usually shows the activities. Okay, the y-axis kat sini, activities ni lah, activities dia. Sometimes we use here. Kita ada dua ni list down all the activities kat sini. And then we have another y-axis which is on the man hour, budget, percent complete and so forth. So kat sini lah biasanya kita gunakan to develop our S-curve. Alright, the percentage. Because we have, as I told you previously, we have two S-curve which is on the physical and financial. So physical is on the work days, resources and progress work, and financial is on the cost. Alright. So kat sini lah nanti kita kira kita punya percentage cost, percentage cumulative, and then we do the S-curve later. Variable usually shown as a curve superimposed on the bar chart. Ini bentuk dia S lah. Lebih kurang nampak bentuk S. Right? That's why it's called S-curve. So that okay, here we have two chart, which is the blue color is the plan, the original schedule, which is the plan. The red color is the actual progress. Okay, remember just now mentioned that our plan, we cannot get a precise, correct 100% plan, but we try to make it perfect. If we can follow exactly as planned, that is very good. If we exceed the progress is faster than the plan, that is super good, right? So we try to actually follow the plan or exceed the progress ahead than the plan. Okay, so this is actually the actual, the red color. So we can actually compare between the plan and actual. Okay, kalau nak submit claim, tadi kan kita kata kita buat scheduling untuk claim kan, will be submit according to the actual progress. Okay, claim will be submit according to the actual progress, bukan plan. So here the x-axis kat sini dia buat cumulative progress. Dia kira the cumulative progress. So when kat sini sampai 100%, this one is 0. And then dia cantumkan dotted cumulative. Nanti kita akan buat calculation tu. And we will get the S-curve. Example number 1. Okay, for example, you have a project consists of 5 activities. Contohnya kita ada 5 activities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that should be done in a period of time. Try to create a bar chart to ease the project planning and scheduling. Okay, so the activity had the duration already. Activity A is 1 week. Activity B is 2 weeks. C 3 weeks. D 2 weeks. And E 2 weeks. Okay, and it has given starting from 1st July 2014. So you have the number of duration. Seminggu, 1 week means 7 days. So first is to identify the start date and finish date for each activity. Okay, for activity 1, 1 week starting from 1st June. Okay, 1st June. Okay, 1st June 1 bulan 6. So 1 week 7 days. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 1 week. Okay, so the activity A ends at 7th June. Okay, activity A berakhir pada 7 Jun. Okay, and activity B on the duration is 2 weeks, 2 minggu, starting from 8th June. Maksudnya after activity A finish, then activity B will continue. After A finish, B will continue. Because A finish on the 7th. 7 hari bulan siap. Petang tu siap. Esoknya 8 hari bulan on the other day. Esoknya 8 hari bulan, kita start activity B for 2 weeks. And then you need to count 8 hari bulan sampai 21 hari bulan. Sampai 2 minggu, which is 14 days, which is 21 hari bulan. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 14 hari. So 14 days means 21. Okay, kat sini we do not have any information on the weekdays. Dia kerja berapa hari, how many duration of working time. So we just assume every day is working time. Okay, kat sini kita ambil every day is working time. Kita assume every day is working time. So 14 days, 2 weeks is 14 days. So 14 days sampai 21 hari bulan, until 21 of June. Okay, untuk activity C. And then the activity C for 3 weeks starting from 15 June. 15 Jun means that when the activity B is going, still going because activity B finish at 21 June. The B is the C starting already. Okay, B belum siap tapi kita dah start activity C on 15 June. Selama 3 minggu, 3 weeks. The duration for 3 weeks, which is finish at 5 July. Okay, kena kira lah. Yes, just assume that every day is working time. So 3 weeks means 21 days. 21 hari. So 21 hari, the activity C finish at 5 July. And then the activity D, the duration is 2 weeks starting from 22nd June. Means that when the activity C is still going, D will start. Okay, for 2 weeks. And lastly, activity D, the duration is 2 weeks starting from 29 June. Maksudnya dekat sini, 29 June, activity C, activity D belum siap lagi. Okay, D and C had not finished, but we started activity E. Activity E dah buat pada on the 29th June for 2 weeks. Okay, so we need to draw outline of bar chart. So we had done the calculation. We found out that the end of the activity is at 12 Julai. 12 Julai. Okay. So kita buat dia punya outline bar chart. So week 1, week 2, week 3. So week 1, we have 1 week. Kat sini 1 week ya. So means that kat sini sebenarnya ada 7 hari. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Dalam kotak ni, dia perumpamaan dia seperti 7 hari lah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1st July, 2nd July, 3rd, 4th, 5, 6, 7 and 8th July. Starting pada 8 hari bulan on the week 2. Minggu kedua. Sama juga kat sini pun. Ada 7 hari. Okay. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So it continue until week 6. Minggu yang ke-6, 6 of July, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's end at 12 of July. 12 hari bulan 7 siap. It's end on the 12th July. Okay. So kita buat dia punya duration of the project sampai 12 Julai. Okay, so we draw activity bars. Okay. So kita dah buat ni. So we draw the activity bars. Activity A for 1 week. Starting from 1st June until 7th June. Sampai 7 hari bulan. So kita buat satu garisan. Okay, the activity bar. Okay, activity B. 2 weeks starting from 8 June. Daripada 8 hari bulan sampai 21 hari bulan 6. Okay, so here. This is activity B. Okay, and then activity C 3 weeks starting from 15 June. Activity C 3 weeks 15 June and on the 5 of July. Okay, 5 hari bulan Julai dekat sini. Sampai sini. Ni kan 6 kan? So 5 July is here. Okay, that is activity C. And then activity D, 2 weeks starting from 22nd June here. Sini 22nd June, finish at 5 July. 5 July sini. Okay, this one is activity D. And then lastly activity E, 2 weeks from 29th June. 26 Jun kat sini. Kan ni 26 Jun. Okay, sini. Until 12 July. Sampai hujung lah. Tadi kita dah kira tadi kat sini kan. Sini adalah 12 hari bulan 7. So that is activity E. Dapatlah kita punya Gantt chart. Sampai nombor tu kita ada cost. Cost. And then we have the resource. D. Bilangan orang per hari. And percentage of work progress. Step 1, identify start date and finish date. Sama macam tadi. Okay. Contohnya, this one days, right? Dalam bilangan hari. Just now, our example number 1 is on week. Ini dah bilangan hari. Okay. So need to make sure tak salah yang ni tau. Jangan nanti buat careless mistake. Dia dah bagi hari, pergi bagi 7 pula buat dalam minggu. Okay. So 3 days starting from 4th May. 4, 5, 6. So habis pada 6 hari bulan 5. 5 days starting from 7th May. 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You need to count on the first day. Bila dia kata start 7 hari bulan. Okay, start at 7th May means that on that day, hari ni 7 hari bulan, we start the work. So we need to count on the 7th day. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 hari bekerja. So it's end on the 11th May. Okay. Similarly, activity C for 7 days. So it will finish at 16th May. Activity D 5 days. It will finish at 19th May. Activity E 4 days. It will finish at 20 May. And activity F 6 days. It will finish on 24th May. Okay. So kita dah identify. So when you had identified, you will do this outline of the bar chart. So the last is 24th May. The starting is 4 May. Tengok kat sini. Start kita 4 hari bulan 5 and finish on the 24th May. Okay. So kita start dengan 4 hari bulan 5, habis 24 bulan 5. Okay. After that, you need to draw the activities bar. Okay, activity A. Start at 4, finish at 6. Okay, activity A, 3 days, start at 4, finish at 6. So this is activity A. Okay, activity B. Start at 7, finish at 11. 7, 11. This is B. C, 10, 16. 10 sampai 16. Okay, this is activity C. Kemudian activity D, 15 to 19. 15 to 19. This is activity D. Activity E, 17 to 20. Okay, 17 to 20. Activity E. And F, 19 to 24. 19 to 24. 6 days. Okay. So B is to do the S-curve. So S-curve is a display of cumulative costs, labor costs, or other quantities plot against time. Like I said, against time on the x-axis, yang tepi tu. Okay, here, dekat tepi ni. So this is time, the x-axis. So Y, anything that plot against time, right? Sama ada cost, labor, others quantities, right? So the name derived from S-like shape of the curve. Nampak macam S. Sebab tu kita panggil S-curve. So the beginning represent a slow, deliberate but accelerating start, while at the end represent a deceleration as the work runs out. Sebab tu kita panggil dia S-curve, nampak macam bentuk S. So we have two types, which is on physical and financial. I've repeated this previously. Physical is on the workday, resource and progress work, and financials is on the cost. And both S-curve can be in baseline plan. Okay, when you do the Microsoft project, you will do this WBS, everything. Kita dah buat WBS apa semua. And then, bila kita dah put all the activities, put the duration, apa semua tu, kita dah finish our list information in WBS, we can set that as baseline. Baseline means that is our plan. Okay, kita dah buat banyak kali ni. Kalau nanti bila you all dah buat Microsoft project, you'll do a few times. Okay, correction. Take the latest. Maksudnya yang bila dah betul-betul complete and you think that is the best activities WBS that have been done, then you set it as a baseline. That will become plan, your planning. Even though you have draft 1, draft 2, draft 3. Okay, example, you have final version, draft 5. So set draft 5 as your baseline. So it will become your plan, planning punya. Lepas tu, buat lagi satu based on actual progress. Yang tu, baru kita buat comparison of S-curve between plan and actual. Okay, for example, you have this based on example number 2. Tadi kan kita dah buat example number 2. We want to construct S-curve. Okay, ada financial and physical, which is physical is on the resource and work progress. Dia bagi kat sini resource and work progress. Okay, ada dua. So how we want to do this? First, draw bar chart. Okay, so the bar chart from the example number 2 is already drawn. Okay, second, you need to actually calculate the cost over duration. Means that the cost on every day, cost per day. Okay, so for example, activity A kat sini is given previously is 1,400 for total cost for activity A. Okay, this is total cost for each activity. So total 6 activity become, the sum is become 30,900. Ini sum untuk all 6 activity A to F. Okay, so activity A 1,400, activity B 2,700 total cost. Okay, so you need to calculate cost per day. So cost per day 1,400 divide by the duration. Duration dia 3 hari, 3 days. So you need to divide by 3. So 1,400 divided by 3 berapa? 467. Okay. So each day here the cost is 467. Setiap hari ni 467 untuk aktiviti A. Okay. So the total cost will be 1,400 for 3 days. Okay, activity B is 2,700. The duration is 5. So you need to divide by 5. You will get 540. So each day you need cost of 540 to do activity B. 540 for each day. And then for activity C, the cost, total cost is 3,500 for 7 days duration. So you need to divide by 7, you get 500. So yang ni 500 every day for activity C. Okay, 500. Okay, similar goes to activity D, 6,000 for 5 days duration. So you need to divide by 5, you will get 1,200. So each day, the cost is 1,200 for activity D. So 1,200 for each day, okay? 1,200. For activity E, the total cost is 4,700 divided by 4 duration. You will get 1,175. 1,175 for each day. All right. And lastly, activity F, 12,600, the total cost. So you need to divide by the duration, 6 days, and you will get 2,100 for each day. Okay. After that, what you need to do is you need to you need to draw another row which is on the cost per day. Cost per day. So you need to calculate cost, total cost every day. Okay. For example here 467. So you put 467, which means here on the first day, on the 4th May, the total cost for activity is 467. Okay. On the second day, since you only run activity A, so second day total cost is 467. Third day also 467. Okay. On the 4th day, activity B runs. Okay. So the total cost for each day for activity B is 540. So you need to put here 540. Yang ni pun sama, 540. Okay. However, on the 10th May, we have two activities run together, B and C, which is here is 440 and here is 500. So you need to add for both activity, 440 and 500, you've got 1040 ringgit for 10th May. Means that the cost that you need to run two activities on this day is 1040 ringgit. Okay. So similarly goes to others activity. You need to add all the costs. Okay. Yang ni, for example here 500, yang ni 500, and here is sikit-sikit ni. Tangan tak bedung. 500. Okay, here you have 1 and 2 activities here, right? The cost is 500 and 1,200. So 500, 500 campur 1,500 is 1,700. Similarly here, 1,700. And here on the 17th May, you have two activities, which is the activity D and activity E. And the cost is 1,200 plus 1,175. So you've got 2,375. The next day also. Tapi on the 19th, you have three activities. Okay. So you need to add activity F 2,100. So 100, 2,000, 1,200, 1,175 plus 2,100, you will get 4,475. Okay. So this is the cost for each day. After that, you need to add one more row on the cumulative cost per day. So how you want to calculate the cumulative? By adding each day total cost. Yang ni total cost untuk setiap hari, each day total cost. So total cost for first day is 467. So after that, total cost for second day will be 467 plus 467. It will become the cumulative total cost, which is 964. The third day, you need to plus 964 with 467, and you will get the cumulative is 1041. And plus again 540, tambah kat sini, you will get 1541. 1541 plus 540, you will get 2481. Sampai hujung sekali, you will get the total cost of 30,900. Sometimes bila kita divide, dia ada, kita bundakan. We round, when we round, then we sometimes get the plus minus RM1. 1,400 bahagi dengan 3. Okay, here we round this. Okay, the cost is 466.6667. Okay, bila kita roundkan dia jadi 467 kali dengan 3. Yes. If we round this 467 times 3, it will become 1401. Sebab tu kita ada lebih ni, ringgit ni. Lebih RM1 because we round it. Okay, after that, what you need to do to plot the graph based on this cumulative that you had count. Okay, so you need to set this as 0 and set this as 30,900. Okay, and then you divide, okay, 30,900, the total cumulative, and then you divide this into the interval. Okay, kalau this one 30,900 divided by 2, you will get here in the middle as 15450. Okay, jadi you will get the interval that each this is 5150. Each interval ni. Ni naik sini 5150, 5150, 5150, 5150, 5150, 5150. You will get total 30,900. Okay. Tambah dia. Alright. So, starting from here, yang ni kita letak sebagai kosong. Sebab ni permulaan hari bekerja. The starting work, okay, of the day. For example, the clock in is at 8 AM. Pukul 8 pagi masuk, belum ada kerja lagi. Belum ada duit kos lagi. Kosong kos. Okay. Habis hari ini, dia akan naik 467. Okay. Hari yang kedua. This one is hari pertama, hari kedua. Okay. So, habis hari kedua, ada cost dia adalah 467. So 467 is about, just estimate lah. So one interval ni adalah 5150. So where you want to put 400? So means that dia naik sikit lah 400 about here. Just estimate. Okay. Because one interval ni, jarak dia ni adalah 5150. So you just estimate 467. And this is the end of the day of working. So the cost is already 467. Okay, and then after that, the total cost on the second day is 934. Just estimate about 934. Okay, and then 1401 salah ni. This is 1401. Okay, 1401. Okay, and then on the next day, we just plot until the end of the day, 30,900 based on the cumulative. Okay. Hari pertama, hari kedua, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sampailah hari yang terakhir which is on the 24th May. The total cost is 30,900. Okay. And after that, sambungkan. Okay. You will get look like S curve. Macam bentuk S lah. Yeah. Physical S curve which is on the resources versus time. Okay. Physical S curve dia nak resources, so it's given already here. This is resources per day. Setiap hari berapa dia dah bagi. So similarly with the progress just now, you need to here already per day. Okay, per day means that you do not need to divide anymore. So this is the number of resources for activity 3 for activity A for 3 days. So 2%, 2% each. This one 3%, activity B 3%, 3%, 3% for each day. Okay. And activity C 2%, 2%. Activity D 4%. So 4% each day. And activity E 4% and F 5% each day. Alright. So what you need to do, you need to calculate the total workers, resources of each day. So resources per day, activity on the 4th May, only one activity, which is activity A, you have 2 workers. Okay, so you need to put 2. Second day, 2 workers, because we only run one activity, which is activity A. And the next day on the 7th May, also one activity, which is activity B, which is need 3 workers every day. So the total worker is 3. Okay, 3. And on the 10th May, we have 2 activity, which is activity B and C. And the total worker need to add. You need to add because we need 3 workers for activity B and 2 workers for activity C. And this run together on the 10th May. So you need to add 3 plus 2, which is 5 workers on activity on the 5th May. Okay. 11th May also 5 workers. This one. 12th May 2 workers. 13th May 2. 14 2. So on the 15th, 2 activity, which is C and D, which have 2 and 4. So 2 plus 4 is 6. This one, 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay. On the 17th May, you have 2 activity, which is D and E, which is 4 and 4 workers. 4 plus 4, 8. Also here, 4 plus 4, 8. But on the 19th May, you have another activity plus, which is F activity. So you have 3 activities. So 4 plus 4 plus 5 is 13. So here 4 plus 5 is 9. And after that 4, 5, 5, 5 resources. And after that you need to calculate the cumulative. Okay. So on the first day total is 2. Okay. And after that you need to add on the second day with 2. So it will become 4. Okay. And then you need to add 4 plus 2, it will become 6. Okay, 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 3, 15. 15 plus 5, until you get the total number of resources is 101. Okay, so similarly, you need to plot graph based on the cumulative resources, which is 101. So you need to set this one as a 0 and here as 101. And then you need to divide. So each interval is 17. Naik atas ni 17, 17, 17, 17. Dapatlah 110. Okay. And then after that plotting. Okay. Macam tadi juga. Sampailah hari yang 24th May. Okay. You do the plotting. And then join the dot. Dapatlah lebih kurang lah S-curve dia. Okay. So you got the physical S-curve. Okay. Another one is work versus time. Okay. Work progress. Yang ni. Tadi kita dah buat yang ni. Resources. Now we already done the now we want to calculate the work progress. Okay. So work progress, calculate the percentage of work each day. So this one is the percentage of work for activity A. Okay. The duration is 3 days. So you need to calculate for each day. So you need to divide. Okay. 12% divided by 3, which is 4%. Setiap hari ni 4%. Okay. So activity B, 30 divided by 5 is 6. So 6% for every day. So activity C, 21 divided by 7. You got 3% each day. And then activity D, 10 divided by 5, you got 2% each day. Activity E, 12 divided by 4, you got 3% each day. And activity F, you got 15 divided by 6. So you got 2.5% each day. So what you need to do is work progress for each day. Tambah juga sama macam tadi. So first day is 4, tak ada aktiviti lain. Second day 4, third day 4% because no other activity. And then similarly, activity fourth day 6%. Sampailah on the 10th May, you have 2 activities. So you need to add 6 plus 3 will be 9. Okay. And then similarly, 6 plus 3, 9. 3%, 3%, 3 plus 2, 5, 2 plus 3, 5, 3 plus 2, 5, 2 plus 3, 5, and here 3 activity 2 plus 3 plus 2.5, which is 7.5. This one 3 plus 2.5, 5.5. Yang ni semua 2.5, 2.5, 2.5 and 2.5. And after that, you need to do the cumulative. Okay. So first day is 4 plus 4 become 8. 8 plus 4 become 12. 12 plus 6 become 18. Sampailah total you need to get 100%. If you do not get 100 means you have done some wrong somewhere. Okay. Kalau tak dapat 100% dia punya percentage work, maksudnya ada salah kira lah tu. So make sure if you do not calculate 100, you need to recount. Ada mistake somewhere. Okay. So you need to get 100% the cumulative and set here as 0, and then you divide the interval. Okay. And then plot the cumulative and then join the line. Dapatlah S curve work versus time. Okay, progress dia. So what if the real activity has started? How to create the actual S curve? If you want to have the actual S curve, you need to have the actual progress. Okay. So this is, yang ni kita plan. Okay. Yang ni semua yang plan. Yang ni dia punya activity ni plan. But you have the actual. Okay, see. Let's see here. 4 hari bulan, 4th May, the actual finish at 6. Okay. Look at here, activity C. Nampak kat activity C ni? Even though the plan is on the 10th May, but the actual started on the 11th May. Dia lambat sikit, delay 1 day. So maybe something happened at site which you cannot control. So it started late. Okay, this is the actual. Yang ni pun dia dah start, bila satu aktiviti tu dah start lambat, it will continue. Activity D also start late, E also late, F also start late. Okay, 21 hari bulan dia start. So let's see. So you need to actually draw bar chart both activities for the planning and also for the actual. Planning is in blue color, actual is in red color. You can see here, kat sini kan, activity B goes as planned. A goes as planned, B also goes as planned. Sebab tu nampak dekat sini, you can see that nicely. Sama, same with plan and actual. But, okay, sorry, activity B is finish late. So it take longer duration. Okay, the plan is for 5 days, but in actual 6 days, 6 hari instead of 5 days. Okay, so you plot the actual, and starting from activity C, the activity started late 1 day. Activity D, the activity started late 2 days. Activity E started late 1 day, and activity F started late 2 days. Okay, so this is the planning, and the yellow color is the actual. So you plot both S curve. Okay, so before you plot both S curve, you need to calculate both the cumulative planning, actual work per day. Okay, so planning dengan actual dua-dua kena kira. Okay, and then okay, you calculate the time. Okay, so for example here 1, and the cumulative kena campur satu hari, this one 1, 1, 1, right? So 1 plus 2 plus 3 days, 4, 5, and then you come up until here. The planning is 30, the actual is 32, means that delay 2 hari. And after that, you do the plotting. This is 0 and this is 30 for the planning, and this is 0 and 32 for the actual. Dia ada dua unit lah kat situ. One is for the plan and one is for the actual. Okay, so you need to get the interval for plan and actual and plot the S-curve. So you got the planning and actual. I had finished lecture for today.